The last class continuation. Write a program to remove all the duplicate elements in a list. Write a program to remove all the duplicate elements. Now here I am taking as one list object x equal to 10, 20, 30. Next one for element. Now I am taking as a print of x. Take the another y list object. Now I want to take the one by one element for element in x. Next one y dot or y not in. If an element not in y, that element will be added to the y. Finally, print of y. Our y contain unique elements. This is the one option.
So we can use remove method also, na?
Yeah, I'm explaining next example. Okay, here I am taking as a y equal to an empty list. Take the one by one element from x. First element is 10. Check the condition 10 not in y. That means in our y there is no element. That means 10 not in y condition is true. Control will go to the statement y dot append of element. That element will be adding into our y. Again control will go to outside this block. Again control will go to for loop. Take the next element. The next element is 20. 20 not in y. Condition is true. The 20 will be added. Same procedure. Take the next element is 30. 30 not in y. That 30 will be added to our list. Next again control go to for loop. Take the another element 10. 10 not in y. Already in y 10 is available. Condition is failed. That's why don't be adding this element. Next one take the another element 20. 20 not in y. Condition is failed. Already in our y 20 is available. Again control go to for loop. Take the next element is 40. 40 not in y. Condition is true that 40 will be added to our list. Again control go to for loop. Take the another element 20. 20 not in y. Condition is false. Already in y 20 is available. That's why this element is not added. Again control go to for loop. Take the next element is 10. 10 not in y. Already 10 is available. That condition is fail. Again control go to for loop. This element is not added. Go to next element 30. 30 not in y. Condition is false. Again control go to for loop. Don't adding this element. Take the another element is 20. 20 not in y. Condition is fail. Again control go to for loop. If no more elements in our iterable object or x or list object, control will go to outside the for loop, print y. This result is printed. Are you clear? Okay, same logic. I am trying to implement it. Count method and a remove method. Element count, that means x dot count of element is greater than 1. Now x dot remove of that element. Finally, print of x. Now observing very clearly, only observing very clearly in the duplicate elements, one duplicate element is available. For suppose okay, this is a problem in remove method. Count of element is greater than 1. That means take the first element is 10, x dot count of 10. How many number of times will be occurred? 1, 2, 3. 3 times. Now 3 greater than 1. Condition is true or false? True. Now element, that element we are removing. Now this element is removing. Take the next element is 20. Now finding the count of 20. What is that 20 count? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 greater than 1. Now what is the result? True. Now remove that element, 20 is removing. Next come into the 30. Now observing very clearly, for element in x, that means 30 in x, x dot count of 30. Now what is the count of 30? 2. 2 greater than 1, condition is true. X dot remove of element. Now that element is removing. Again control go to for loop, take the 10. Now already one 10 is removing. Now 10 dot which one? Count of 10. What is the count of 10? 2. Already one 10 is deleted. My list contain internally 10. No, this 10 only 2 times. 2 greater than 1. Now remove that element. Up to this elements are removing. Next one take the 20. Now 20 count. What is the 20 count? 3. 3 greater than 1. X dot remove of the 20. Again control go to for loop. Up to this element we are removing. Next one 40. Now 40 is how many times? Only one time. Now that means x dot count of 40. Now what is the result? False. False or true? 1 greater than 1. False. That's why that element is not removing. Next take the element is 20. 20 element in x. Now what will be happen? 2 greater than 1. Condition is true. Remove the 20. Next one take the 10. Now what will be happen? False. Now that element is not removing. Next 30. But actually this is the normal manual logic. Manual logic is perfectly correct, but output we are getting the different format. That means one element is repeated number of times should be displayed. 10, 40, 10, 30, 20. For suppose I am trying to executing this file in the debug mode. Simply debug and a debugger. Now I am trying to executing our file. Now step by step execution observing very clearly. Okay, present control in the line number 1. Okay, click on the step button. Control will go to next statement, print x. Okay, elements are 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 40, and so on. Now click on the next. This is the internal run.py logic is executed. Now control will go to where? Line number 3 for element in X. Now what is the element value? 10. Now this is our X. Next control will go to X dot remove of element. After removing, now what is the output? My list contain 20, 30, 10, 20. Again control go to for loop. Take the next element is 30. What is the 30? Here already 10 is over. Next element I want to take as a 20, but actually it is taken as element which one? Which one? 30. What is the problem? Now am I again run the file? Now that element is removing. Now list contain 20, 10, 20. Now again observing very clearly, next element is 20. Now the 20 is deleted. Now element is 20. My list contain internally 10, 40, 20, 10, 30, 20. Now the element is 30 and next element is 20. Now observing very clearly. Okay, it is not perfectly working. That's why I'm not using remove method. Previously I'm implemented as our manual logic. For suppose if you want to take the another concept, simply print of set of X. Okay, set object don't allow the duplicates. After converting set concept, again I want to get the result as a list format. That is the list format result 40, 10, 20, 30. Okay, after completion of the set class, I am explaining set concept. Next one, last class continuation, sort method. To return the elements in sorting order, to return the elements in sorting order, from the given set of list object. List object dot sort method. List object dot sort method. The sort method perform ascending order operation. The sort method to perform ascending order operation. The sort method to perform in place order operation. In place order operation. Okay. Now observing very clearly. Already previously we will discussing one function. That function name is called sorted. Now observing very clearly x equal to, I'm taking as a one list object. And y equal to one string object. Now sorted of x. This is a function. We can use the function on any object. Here I am using x is a string of list object and y is a string object. Sorted of y. Okay, after performing the sorted operation, our input value is not affected. Our input exactly 58976 and y is Shiva. This is a sorted function. Whenever we can apply the sorted function, our original data is not affected. Our original data still is there, but output will give the sorting order. Next one, I am taken as a x dot sort method. Sort is a method. Which class method? List class method. We can apply this sort method only which objects? List object. Now x is a list object. After performing the sort operation, the sorting order result will be storing into same variable x. Now x contain ascending order of the data. Normal S data is 56789. Means 58976. Now observing very clearly, after performing the sort method, our x data is completely updated. Which data is updated? X data as a which in which format? Ascending order 56789. Next one, y dot sort. Now y is a which class object? String class object, but a sort method is applicable only on list class objects. That's why you are getting the error message. That is the difference between sorted and sort. Sorted is a function, sort is a method. We can apply the sorted function on any object, like as a list object, tuple object, set object, string object. But the sort method is applicable only on list objects. Next one, the sorted function to return the output in ascending order. Sort method also to return the output as in a ascending order, but it is performing in place order. In place order means after performing the sorting operation, the result will be storing into same variable. That is in place order. Okay, in place order means after performing the operation, the result will be storing into same variable. Actually, my x contain 58976. After applying the sorting operation, the sort method to give the output as a ascending order, that result will be storing into same variable x. Now my x contain ascending order of the given data, previous data. Next one, for suppose y equal to, I'm taking as another list. Okay, y dot, this is my y data, y dot sort of reverse equal to, okay. Now, whenever we are using reverse attribute value true, now we give the output as a descending order. The descending order result will be storing into same variable y. Now our y contain descending order of the previous y data. What is the previous y data? 54796. Now what is the descending order? 97654. That result will be storing into same variable y. Now our y contain Which one? Descending order of the given data. Previously, y contain our input value. Whenever we can apply the sort operation, the result will be storing into same variable y. That is called in place order operation. For descending order operation. Completed. Next one, reverse method. To return the elements, in reverse order. In reverse order. To return the elements in reverse order from the given list object. From the given list object. To return the elements in reverse order from the given list object. The reverse method perform in place order operation. In place order operation. List object dot reverse. List object dot reverse. Completed. Okay, now y dot reverse. Write a program. Take the input as a list object. Take the input as a list object. Write a program. Take the input as a list object. For suppose how to take the data from the user input, simply we are using input function. We enter your list object. Okay, just observing print of ex, print of type of x. Now I'm enter the list object 3, 2.1, 4j, false, and the string element. Okay. Now I'm passing the list as a input, but here I am using which function? Input function. By using input function, we are passing any value. By default, that value treated as a which format? String format. Okay, by using input function, we are passing any object. That object will be treated as a string format. For suppose I want to take the data as a integer. How to take the data as a integer? Simply we can apply the int function, int of input. For suppose I want to take the floating point value, simply we are using float of input. But same time, we are using I want to take the input as a list. Simply we are using list. Now what will be happen? Now this is my input list. Okay, this entire list is converting into which format? List format. But whenever we are using input function, this entire data will be treated as a which format? String format. In that string, this is a one character, 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 this is a one character. Each and every character act as a one element in our list. Now observing very clear. But my requirement, I want to take exactly list as a input. In that situation, Python providing one function. That function name is called eval function. Okay, that eval function to read the data from the user input, any type of data, based upon our data, automatically type conversion is applied. We can take the integer value as input, automatically it is applying the int conversion. We can take the floating point value, automatically it is performing the floating point conversion. We can take the list object, automatically it is performing the list conversion. The eval function to read the any type of data, internally it is converting into which type of data we are passing, same data type is applying and conversion. Now observing. Now same exactly list format is conversion. Type is list, but previously type is string. Okay, not a list, depends upon our type of the data. Completed. Okay, for suppose if you don't understand that function, I am explaining. For suppose I want to take three variables. One variable is integer, another variable is float, and another variable is complex. As a runtime, how to take that one? Simply x equal to directly input function we are using input, enter x value. Now print off x or type of x I am finding. Okay. Next one y equal to I want to take the another value as a floating point value. Enter y value. Now print off type of y. Next z equal to input of enter z value. Next one print of type of z. Finally print of x plus y plus z. Now I am trying to executing enter x value I am passing integer, but I am using which function? Input function. That input function to read the data from the user input, by default that value taken as a string format. Now that value is a string. Now I am passing 2.3. Now that is also string format. I am taken as a 4j, that is also string format. Now you will get the output as a which one? Concatenation 3, 2.3 and 4j. Okay. For suppose I want to take the x data is a integer. That's why we are using int function here. Second, y value I want to take as a floating point value. That's why we are using float function. Next one, I want to take the complex. Now here I am using complex function. Now I am passing 3. Now what is the type of 3? Now integer. Now I am passing 2.3. What is the type of 2.3? Float. 4j, that is a which one? Complex. Now the result is 5.3 plus 4j. Okay, here I am using int function, here I am using float function, here I am using complex function. Same operation, just observing. Here I am using eval function. Here also I am using eval function. Here also I am using eval function. Depends upon the data, automatically it is converting that particular type. That is the purpose of eval function.
Sir, for that we have a row underscore input, right?
Which one?
We have a row underscore input function, right? In
This
2.x.
This is a 3.x.
Okay, okay.
In 3.x, there is no raw underscore input function. Okay, next one more advantage of eval function, observing very clearly. Here, I am written this statement 3 times. Eval of input enter x value, eval of input enter y value, eval of input of enter z value. Now, by using eval function, we can reading the multiple values at a time is possible. Simply x comma y comma z equal to enter x comma y comma z values. Don't require the statement. Don't require the statement. Okay, if you are interested, we can write these statements. What is the type of y, what is the type of x, what is the type of z. Otherwise, to remove that statements also. Now I am passing 2 or 3, 2.3 and 4. Now it is eval function to read the any type of data from the user. Internally, it is converting which type of data we are passing. Based upon that type, automatically type conversion is applying. Next, one more advantage, we can read the multiple values from the user at a time. At the time of functions concept, eval function we are discussing one more time. Next, another example, write a program. Input to the elements into given list object. Write a program. Input to the elements into given list object. Okay, now observing very clearly. Here I am taking as one empty list as a input. X equal to eval of input of enter empty list. Okay. Next one, how many elements we want to insert it. Int of input of enter number of elements. Enter number of elements. Now for I in range of num, I want to, which one? Adding the elements into the list based upon our input number. Now how to take the values? By using append method, adding the elements into list. I want to take the runtime. How to take the runtime elements? Input of enter element. Enter element. Okay. Finally, I want to print X. I want to print X. Now empty list I am passing. Number of elements 5. Now the enter element 2, 3.1, 4j, false, under string. Now each and every element will be treated as a which element? Which element? String element. 2 is a string, 3.1 is a string, 4j is a string. Okay, because here I am using which function? Only input function. For suppose I want to take any type of value, either integer value or float value or string value. In that situation, we are using eval function. Or if you want to take only integers, we can take the int function. If you want to take the only floating point values, we can take the float function. My requirement, I want to take any type of value. In that situation, we are using which function? Eval function. Now observing very clearly. Take the empty list, number of elements 5, inserting the values 2, 3.1, 4j, false. Whenever we are using eval function, string also exactly we are formatting string format only. Now that is integer, that is a float, that is a complex boolean and a string object. If you interest, we can find the type of first element, second element simply by using for loop. How to take the finding the types? For element in X. Now print of element. After that one, I want to print one colon. Next, I want to print type. How to find the type? Type of element. Two type is integer, 3.1 type is float, 4j complex and false boolean. Shiva is. If you interest, we can write this one. Otherwise, simply to skip that one and write this one. Completed. Okay, already we will discuss it. Eval function and what is the purpose of eval function, and append method also we are discussing. Append method to add the element into the list object. Get this output. Already we have written this for loop logic, then only to write this output. Otherwise, don't writing this one. Write a program. Input to the elements into nested list. Write a program. Input to the elements into nested list. Nested list. Now observing very clearly. enter empty nested list I am taking. I in range of length of x for j in again range of length of x dot append of eval of input. Finally print of x. Okay. This is the next list elements. Now observing very clearly. Okay. Outer for loop representation list objects. Within the list, how many list objects we want to create it, that is a list representation. J representation inside the list object elements. Now observing here, I am enter the one input nested list. Okay, this is my input list. Okay, this is a I value 0 and I value 1. Observing very clearly for I in range of length of x. How many elements? 2 elements. Range of 2 means I values are 0, 1. Okay, I value 0 means this list object. I value 1 means this list object. Again, each and every list contains some elements. How many elements? Length of x. Length of x means 2. Range of 2 means j value is also 0, 1. That means every list contains 2 elements. 0 indexing element, 1 indexing element, 0 indexing element, 1 indexing element. This is a j representation values. Are you clear? Now observing very clearly. Initially, I value is 0 and the j value is also 0. Now here I am inserting one element 3. Now where we can place that element? X of I. What is the I value? 0. X of 0 means this is the x of 0. In that x of 0, where we can place that element? What is the j value? 0. This is the jth position, that is a column representation. Now that 3 will be placing to here. Okay. Again, control will go to outside this for loop. Here, don't return any logic. Again, control go to which one? Again, control go to after executing this statement, control will go to for loop. Now, what is the j value? J value is updated 1. Now, I'm inserting one element 2.3. Now, that element where we can placing still I value is 0. This means x of 0. But what is the j value? 1. Which value we are placing? 2.3. Internally, in the list object elements are separated by comma. Next one, again control go to this for loop. Here 0, 1 is over. Then immediately control will go to outside the for loop. Outside the for loop, don't return any logic. Again control go to this for loop. Next one, I value is updated. I value is 1. Again, j value is starting from 0. X of 1 dot append of eval of input. For suppose I'm inserting one element 4j. Now where we can placing that complex number? X of 1. This is the x of 1, but j value is 0. Now this 4j will be placing to here. Okay. Again, control go to this for loop. Now j value is updated. J value is 1. Now still I value is 1. Now I'm inserting one element false. Now where we can place that false value? Which one? X of 1. At the same time, j value is also 1. The internally list object separate the elements by using comma automatically. Again, control go to this for loop. If no more elements, control will go to outside this for loop. Again, control go to this for loop. Here also no more element. 0 is over, 1 is over. Then immediately control will go to outside the for loop, print x. This x value is printed. That is the execution flow.
Sir, how do we know how many nested empty list we have to you have to give as input based on the length of the list?
Okay, here how many nested list we are taking? Here
Yeah.
this is a static logic. Depends upon this number of list object elements. Okay, later we will discussing. At runtime we can passing each and every list how many elements we want to require.
No, sir. My doubt is here we are giving input as 4 elements, right?
Yeah.
3, 2.3, and 4j and false.
Yeah.
So those 4 are divided into 2 nested leaves.
Okay, here observing very clearly, this is a main list. In that list, each and every list, how many elements we want to insert it? 2 elements. Already, that is the length of x. Depends upon the length of x.
Yeah, that's what my question. So depends on I mean the
For
nested.
suppose your input is this format. In that situation, each and every list we are inserting 3 elements. That means totally 9 elements we are inserted.
That means we have to give 9 as input, right? So total 3, 2.3,
Yeah,
4j
total.
false.
Yeah, 9 elements.
So okay, yeah, got it, sir. Thank you.
Our input values are depends upon the x value. X contains 2 elements. That's why 2 by 2. For suppose x contains 3, 3 by 3.
Yeah, got it, sir. Now it's clear. Thank you.
Completed. Okay, next class we will discussing the remaining continuation.